Yes, good evening, all the participants. Welcome to my online class. Today's concept is in Python programming, while loop and for loop. In the last class, we discussed that if loop, if else conditions, if else conditions, if else ladder. So there is a problem in the if else. We can check only one time that condition. You can't repeat the same condition more than once. You don't have the control in the if loop, if else conditions. So once the data is flowed from that condition, again we cannot check the other data. So for that reason, we can go for the controlling of data or repeating of number of times same condition. Then you have to use the either while loop or for loop or combination of these two or combination of if else and while loop, if else and for loop. So this will be taking today in the Python and see that how the instructions are executed, how it will be useful for the manipulating of a strings, manipulating of a list by using this list. Okay. We'll go as for the instructions slowly one by one, discuss that instruction and execute that instructions immediately. The same way, we have to do the complete Python programming and remaining concepts. Okay. So it is audible to everyone, my voice, today's session. Still notepad is loading. So after once it is loading, then we'll start that discussing of the while loop and for loop. So you know that already while loop syntax and the for loop syntax. In the last class, I told that one point. It is the syntax is similar to the C and C++, but you have to use the one extra thing here. So that is every loop or statement is or conditional statement is ended with colons. Okay, so that you have to remember. Just like can't use the syntax like C and C++. There we are not using any kind of semicolon or colon, but here we are going to use the colon for that if and other one colon for the for, colon for the while loop. So I will show that all the things now. I think last class we ended after if. Yes, here we are ended the last session. So here there is no control here. We have to use the n number of if else statement like that, satisfying of a condition. The input can be taken from here any number of times user can give, but every time you have to check that every condition here. Instead of doing that, writing of lengthy code if else ladder, you can use the either while loop or for loop to see that proper way of flow of data in the Python. So today's concept is while and for loop. We use while loop to check condition repeatedly till we want. Wherever you want that condition satisfied for the input, till that time you have to apply the loop in while. The execution enters into while block as long as the check condition evaluated true. So till that time you have to continue the same while loop. Otherwise, if reaches true, then it will be come out of that loop and execute the other statements after that. If not, it will be out of the while loop. We usually use while or for loop to iterate through collections. So now we are going to apply this concept like a while loop and for loop for the collections. Collections are nothing but a what? Collection of elements. We already discussed the one concept, collections concept, that is a list. Later we are going to discuss the tuples and dictionaries. So here collection of variables in the form of list, in the form of tuples, in the form of dictionaries. So now the for loop and while loops can be applied for the repetition for the collections, that is for the list, that is for the tuples, that is for the dictionaries. So now let us see that what is the syntax of while loop. While followed by something to evaluate true. While followed something to evaluate true and followed by colon. So already I told that every control statement ended with colon, then it will be syntax is correct, otherwise it will be wrong in the Python. Then again you have to go for the next statement executed under the while loop. First followed by 4 spaces or dash space, then followed by statement. Then be inside while block. Then the statement will be executed. That statement will be executed. Just for a second, I will come. Okay, the while loop is what? While syntax is while followed by condition. The condition has to satisfy, that condition has to get the true value. So then only while loop will be evaluated for that till that true is there. At the time we have to check the condition repeated number of times. Then it will be come out of the while loop. So for that for that one you can see this example. The salary equal to 5. Maybe you can take it as a salary is 5 lakhs. I want to display that who are the members of salary is below the 20 lakhs. So for this, I taken condition as long as salary is less than 10 or 20. So we are taken that 10. So actually this is a 20. 20. So until this condition satisfies, this while loop will continue. The while loop will iterated. While loop will repeated. Then print that every time, for every iteration I have to print that salary is what. Then after that salary equal to salary plus 1 for the next iteration. For the next iteration. So now the salary is here 5 lakhs. First that is less than equal to 20. Then salary is 5 lakhs here. Then salary equal to salary is what? 5 lakhs plus 1 6. Now repeat this again loop while. Here 6 less than equal to 20. Continue till that salary equal to 90. 90 also printed. Next salary equal to 19 plus 120. Then go here. What is here? Salary is what? 20 is less than 20. Now this is fail. Then come out from here. There is a way we can repeat that what? While loop. Just now I told that while of condition followed by colon. Then next time we will start with after tab. So then it will be executed. Otherwise it will not execute. Okay. So I think all of you understood this. Let's execute this. So what is the salary started from here? Yes, first is 5 lakhs, direct salary equal to 5. Here while of 5 less than 20. True, then executed. Then salary plus 1 6. Again it will go for here salary 6 is less than 20. Then print 6. Like that till that 19. So 19 plus 1 here 20. Go now while of 20 my 20 less than 20. Yes, it is break. Yes or no? It is now break false. Then it will be going to what? Out of the while block. Out of the while block. Now. So now if we take this statement here, what is the there are two lists are there. There are two lists. Suppose you take that two lists. Names variable having that some set of elements like a strings. Other salary variable also having some set of elements like a salaries. If you define like this, or you can define other way also like this. First we'll execute this statement. This is just like a list of elements in the form of list. So now if you want to see that what is the names, what is the names, so just you take here names, execute it, whatever got the names of salaries, who are that elements in the names list. Next salary. So what you got here again, how to get the salary of what is the element salary list. See here you taken that single variable taken assigning of values. Next you see this instruction names comma salary equal to also having some elements here and also followed by other element. Here is that one list name comma other list name equal to this is the what one list name element, this is what other list name element, that is called multiple assignments. Multiple assignments. This way also you get the same thing. This way you get the same thing. What is that? Now whatever the set of elements are EA, that is E nothing but employee, EA, employee A, employee B, employee C, employee D will be assigned to the names 12, 20, 23 assigned to the salaries. So first see that what are the names of multiple assignments. Got the same result. With the multiple assignments, you see that salary list also same. So these are the two will be used later. Please carefully listen now here. Now. Now. Just now you created two multiple list or multiple assignment for the list like a names list as well as salaries list. Now we can append something to the list of the names, list of the names or elements of the list. That is add prefix Mr. or Miss to each and every employee present in the names list. What are the names list presented here? Employee A, employee B, employee C, employee D, employee E, employee F, employee G, employee H. In front of that, we have to add what? Mr. or Miss. Mr. or Miss. So for that, what you do? Just like what you're doing, prefixing this Mr. or Mrs. to the what? Miss to the employees' names. Employees' names. For that, what you can do? We can use just like a concatenation operation between the Mr. or Mrs. string and names of the list. Names of the list. So that way of assigning is different. Now we are going to see that one kind of a instructions are which follow the while loop. Which follows the while loop. So before going to do that, we have to find out that what is the length of the list. Length of the list for the names list. For the names list. What the names list length will be how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So first you should know that up to what level this loop will continue. You should know the some endpoints. I should not go for n numbers because every list having some number only. Maybe 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or 10 lakhs or 1 crore. That should be some number. We should know that number. I can't say that n. Okay. So now here first you have to find out that what is the length of the list. What is the length of the list for that 8? So for that one, print of len of names. I use here length function for the list, for the names of the list. Okay, what is that age? Now Go for that adding of Mr. Mrs. to the employees names. Okay. First you have to take that index is equal to 0. You know that list will be started with the first element with the 0 index, next element 1, 2 like that. So now start with what? Assigning that Mr. or Mrs. to the first name of the list. That's why I taken index equal to 0 initialized. Then while index 0 less than length of names. What is the length of names here? 8. But index is 0. 0 less than 8? Yes. Then name equal to Mr. or Mrs. plus names of index 0. What is the names of index 0? EA. Then you will get that. What is that? Print of Mr. or Miss. What? EA. All of understood this one? Yes. Next, increment the index. Initial index is 0. Now index is equal to 0 plus 1, 1. Then go to again while loop. 1 less than equal to 8. Then name equal to Mr. or Mrs. plus names of index is 1. What is that? EB. You will get the print as EB, Mr. or Mrs. EB. Like that has to go for that. Index is equal to 7. Index is equal to 7. 7 will be display that EH and go for that. 7 plus 1 is 8. Again now go here. While loop. Index 8 less than equal to 8. It is failed. Now this while loop is break. This is a way we can append or we can add or prefix that Mr. or Miss to the names of the list. So let's see that. So we got this result now. What is that? For every name of the list added, prefix as a Mr. or Miss employee name. Next. The next one. Please try to listen. This is very, very important. That is assigning or linking of two columns in the data set. That is employee name and employee salary. How we can relate this? Just now I taken that two list. One list is the names, one list is the salaries. Now I want to know that employee 1 salary, what is the corresponding salary? I want to know that employee 2 corresponding salary. So for that what I can do? I can use same while loop here. While loop here. That is what index is equal to 0 because start with what? First name of the index or first salary of the list. Same here. Index is equal to 0 while of 0 less than equal to length of names. What is that? 8. 0 less than equal to 8. Then print names of 0 index, salary of 0 index. That is first name of names list and first salary of salary list will be displayed. Next, index is equal to index plus 1. That is initially 0 plus 1, nothing but index now 1. Then go check that condition while 1 is less than equal to 8, 8 satisfied. Till that the same thing will be continued until that index is equal to 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. Then again go to while loop. 8 is less than 8 length. So it is now not satisfied. Then break it and print all the things. Okay. Now see that how we can assign that. Now see that what you got the result here. What you are applying that while loop to print that every name of the employee under their corresponding salary. Or you can do that for every time you want to get some passion or updated or not. Update index value. For that also you can see the result. What is that? First list name will be updated. Next go for index is 1. That is index 0. Index is equal to 0 plus 1 like index 1 like that. It is go up to that. Updated index is 8. Now updated index is what? Index is equal to 7 plus 1 8. So then go for here while loop it will be failed. Okay, this is about the what? While loop. While loop will be continued till that condition is true. If it is false, then go to the what? Break the while loop and print remaining things or execute other things. The way we can do this is the way we can do the while loop in the Python programming. Next, for loop. Next is very, very important for loop. Generally in C, C++, Java, we are using the for loop. For after that use that variable name I equal to 0 and also you check that condition, then increment the I value. Here no need about that incrementing values or initial values or end values. Just if you know that what is the range of the list. List is already, I told that, collection of elements. Now here for loop can be applied by using that list concept and in keyword. In keyword. With this two, we can able to access all the elements of the list using the for loop. Using the for loop. So now here for everything you have to create one variable for element in list. This is the list. Element is the variable can be created to access the element from the list. Element equal to 1, element equal to 2, element equal to 4, element equal to 6. We taken from the list 1, 2, 4, 6. Now printed that element into square. Element into square. What the element is 1, for example. Then what happens? You will print what? Element 1 into 1 square. You will get 1. Next. Again it will go here. How many elements are there? That number of element 1. Element equal to 1 is assigned for the first iteration. Next element equal to 2 is assigned for the second iteration. Element equal to 4 will be assigned for the third iteration. Element equal to 4. Element equal to 6 is assigned for the other iteration. Like that all the elements can be assigned to element that then only the for loop will be terminated. Already I told that for element in keyword of list and followed by colon in the Python. This is the syntax for that. Syntax for that. Let's see that. Let's see that. What is the result I getting? See that? First is what? Element equal to 1, 1 square. Element equal to 2, 2 square, 4. Element equal to 4, 4 square, 16. Element equal to 6 square, 36. This is the way we can do the things. Next. Same syntax will be used for the, it is now we have taken list of elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Now list of elements in the form of strings. Again same pattern only. For name is a variable in list like a what? Praveen, Sunil, Pavan, Arisha. Then name equal to Praveen first. Then assign that Mr. Praveen will be displayed. Next, name equal to Sunil, second iteration. Name equal to Pavan, third iteration. Name equal to Harish, fourth iteration. Till that all the elements are completed, the loop will continue. So let's see that what is the result is getting. What is that now? First name will displayed, second name displayed, third name displayed, and the fourth name also displayed with the lister. So not only same syntax will be used in the for loop in the Python, we can use another function also for the for loop. That is range function. That is the range function. Range function generate numbers. Generate numbers takes from start, stop, and step. Values of the argument, just like slicing concept for the list. Just like slicing concept for the list. Like what is the starting value of the index? What is the ending value of the index? And step nothing but a step size. What is the incrementing of accessing of element? I don't want to access one element in that. I want to access other element. Then use the step size in the range function. Range function. So for this one, please try to listen small explanation through whiteboard. I think all of you clear about this whiteboard. It is showing to you. Yes, Pavan.
Yes, sir.
Pavan, it is whiteboard is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. So what is the here range function? Range. Wow, it is getting something. Range function. If you assign here range function is some 5 here. So what is that? The for loop has to take the range of values from the 0 to 4. 0 to 4. What is that? The total range value is 0. Started with 0 index. Next 1. Next 2. Next 3. Next 4. So what is the total number of elements will be accessed from that any list? 5 using the range function. Suppose you want to use the range function like between the 1, what is that, 0 to 5, just like what starting index and the end index of the list. So started from the 0 and fifth index value, nothing but a what, 0 index, 1 2 3 4, that is again 4. So this is a way we can able to access the elements. Suppose I want to access the elements like in the list 2 to 5. I don't want to access 0 index and first index value. That started from what? Second. Started from what? Second. So what is that? We can use the indexes like this. What is that here? First 0 index, first index, next second index, next third, next fourth. I want to access the start with what? Index 2, that is started from here first. Next, the step size is what? Default 1. It will be incremented by, then access the third index. Next, go for the fifth index value, that is the fourth index value. The way we can use that range function between one element to the other element, or between the range of elements, between the slice of the list can be accessed. Next, other more important is that including that what is the 0 index and 5, and default is 1. I want to take here 2 as the step size. 2 as the step size. Then what happens? Started with what? 0. Started with 0. And next is what? Plus 2. Next is what? Plus 2. 0. Next, plus 2 means here to here 1. Next, here to here. What is that? Plus 2 values. Plus 2. This is the 1. This is another one, 2. That is 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Next, 1 to 2. That is axing of a second index, third one. What is that? Second index, third one. Next is again plus 2. Again, don't include this. Next access the fourth value. Next access the sixth. Next access the, what is that? Next value. So like that we have to use the step size is 2. Suppose I want to use the step size is 3. Step size is whatever. First 0 will be there. Next is what is the next value? 0 access next 1 2 3. Next will be access the third. Next will be 4 5. Next is what? Sixth value will be access. This is a way we can able to apply the, what is that, range function with the slices, or with the argument values are start, stop, and step size. The way we can use the things properly. So this is about the complete what is the concept of range value. Now I'm closing this. So let's execute that range value. So what is the result of this one? Print range of 5 means what? Printing values from what? 0 1 2 3 4. Next, I assign that some name for the range function. For this one also you will get what? Same. Yes or no? 0 to 5. Range of 0 to 5. Now assign that value. Next, what is that? 0 to 5. Next, you see that what are the elements can be displayed here. 0 to 5 means what? What are the elements can be assigned for this loop? What is that? For loop, for element in range 5, 0 to 4 values. In that, what is the first value? Element equal to 0, element equal to 1, element equal to 3, element equal to 4. Like that you have to display. See that what is that? Elements are what? From the range of values 0 to 4. There are only 5 numbers. Yes or no? 5 elements here in this list. The element equal to 0, element equal to 1, element equal to 3, element equal to 4. Next. What is the next one? Sorry. Next one is what? Same thing what? Starting value and the ending value. We have taken one slice from the what? 0 to 20 we have taken a list, but I want to access 3 to 20. So you will get the 3 to from which value? 20 can get?
19.
Up to 19. Start from the start from the 3 and up to what? 19. You see that? Up to 19. What about this one? Starting from the third, ending value is 20, that is 19. The step size is what?
3.
3. So you see that axing of element from the list from the third one, and I don't want to access fourth, I don't want to access fifth, I don't want to sixth. I want to access another element. That is the every after third, every third position. So that is what element equal to what? We're axing of every third element, not 1, 2, 3 elements or 0, 1, 2, 3 elements. I have to go with what? Third onwards. Yes or no? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and 18 only. I didn't access what element equal to 19. I want to access only these numbers. I can go with what? Range with the starting argument, ending argument and step size. Then only it will be displayed according to that. This loop will be continued. Next, what is this one? For I in range 10, I is nothing but some variable. Variable name or axing of element through I from 3 to 10. From 3 to 10, generate the numbers from 3 until 10. That is taken in terms of I variable. The repeating I will be repeated first with I equal to 3. Print that. Next I equal to 4. Next print that. So here we don't want to apply that increment or something. The range function automatically generate the next sequence by taking apart 3 parameters. What is that? Starting, ending and step size. Now, sorry, first let me execute this. It is stuck now. I think all of you understood up to here.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If it is issue is okay, then I will continue these two statements. Otherwise, we will start from tomorrow.
Okay.
It is stuck now. So anyway, okay, now it is coming. Just it is not working. Anyway, tomorrow I will start from here. The time is very less here. Only 3 minutes are left here. Tomorrow I will start with this one, and also we are going to update the list while loop and need to copy or make a slice. Okay. I'm going to stop the session now. The Jupyter notebook is stuck now. Till this, I think you all are followed. Okay. I'm stopping the sharing. Okay. Okay, tell me, either Zoom is good or Microsoft Team is good. Sharanya? Sharanya,
Yes, sir.
which one is better?
Sir, it's up to you, sir. I feel that Zoom is better.
Achha. What about Microsoft Team?
Microsoft is also good, sir. Anything is better, I guess.
Anything is better, but for these classes, I have to use only Zoom.
Yes, sir.
For regular classes, they are insisting to take only class in the what is that Microsoft Team. Today I conducted and the control is there at your end also. So that is whiteboard also you people can control. So for that only I downloaded separately whiteboard from the Microsoft installed in my system. So let's see that tomorrow class is there at 11 o'clock. So there we will discuss the concepts. Through tomorrow the class will be there in the Microsoft Team only. Pawan, informed everyone. Okay.
Yes,
You
sir.
have to join through that. And also getting very less strength from your classes, your class, particularly from your class. Tell them to join. Okay. Now the people are taking very serious, and JNT University also insisting that to conduct the classes through online. I think today or yesterday I got one news also in the newspaper. Finish the syllabus by end of the May, then we'll start the exams directly. So maybe they are going to take attendance through this also. Okay, whatever it is. But one thing from my side, I'm giving that. Okay. Anyway, tomorrow we will meet. I'm going to close the session now. Yes. Thank you.